3 a.m. The other Leo. If you've ever had a habit of sleepwalking, close this video right now, because I'm about to show you footage I recorded in my own room one night at exactly 3 a.m. and I was asleep at the time. In the recording, I get out of bed slowly, like someone else is controlling me. I walk to my front door, unlock it, and let a masked figure inside. The figure whispers something in my ear, then leads me to do strange things around the room. The worst part? When I pulled off that mask, the face underneath was mine. This is my story. And if you sleep alone at night, you might want to check your bedroom door after this. My name is Leo, and for the past 2 years, I've been a sleep streamer. Yes, you heard that right. People pay me just to watch me sleep. I set up a camera, lie down in bed, and thousands of viewers tune in for hours while I'm unconscious. Anyone who donates can trigger loud sounds or flashing lights to wake me up. That's the whole business. At first, it was fun, harmless even. I'd wake up, check the chat, and people would be joking about how badly they'd startled me the night before. But then, things started to change. One morning, I woke up with dirt on my feet, like I'd been walking outside during the night. But my door was still locked from the inside. The next night, a bruise on my arm, like someone had grabbed me hard. I told myself it was just sleepwalking. Nothing unusual about that, right? But when I went back and checked my own stream archives, the footage from those specific hours was gone, corrupted every single time. Always the same window, 3 a.m. to 3:20 a.m. I assumed it was a server glitch, until one night, while I was asleep, a message appeared in my stream chat from an anonymous account with the username Soya or Leo. Leo who is asleep. The message read, "Come a little later today. He's not asleep yet." I had actually woken up briefly that night, and seeing that message froze the blood in my veins, because I was the only one who ever typed in that chat under that name, spelled backwards, using my own name. I didn't sleep again for days after that. I started checking my entire streaming setup, the mic, the speakers, everything. And I found something I never expected. I started checking my entire streaming setup, the mic, the speakers, everything. And I found something I never expected. Every night at exactly 3 a.m., a faint, high-pitched static tone played through my own speakers, quiet enough that a fully awake person would barely notice it. But a sleeping mind might hear it differently. I remembered a friend once telling me about binaural frequencies, sounds used in meditation and hypnosis apps that can influence a subconscious state. But this wasn't being used for meditation. It was being used for something else entirely. I started to feel genuinely afraid. My own stream, my own voice, my own equipment, none of it felt like mine anymore. I decided to set up an old analog camcorder, completely offline, hidden behind a plant in the corner of my room. No internet connection, no way for anyone to corrupt or delete the footage. Nobody knew about it. Not my viewers, not even me. what I was about to see. That night, I went to sleep like normal. The next morning, I rewound the tape and watched. Timestamp: 3:004 a.m. My body, lying in bed, suddenly goes rigid, like someone pulled an invisible string. My eyes open, but they're empty, completely blank, like someone was home, but it wasn't me. I get up, I walk toward the door, and I watch my own hand unlock it. Someone steps inside from outside, their entire face covered by a black mask. My hands were shaking as I watched. I paused the tape, drank some water, then pressed play again. The masked figure walks in, and strangely, they don't hurt me. They approach calmly, almost gently. They lean down and whisper something in my ear. The camera's audio was too faint to make out the words, but I could see it clearly, like my body was receiving instructions. Then I follow the figure across the room to an old box in the corner, things from my childhood. The figure gestures for me to open it. I pull out an old photograph, a picture of my mother, who passed away 3 years ago. I hold the photo against my chest, and I cry. In my sleep, my eyes open the whole time, but empty, unfocused. The figure strokes my hair, the way you'd comfort a crying child. At 3:19 a.m., they stand, walk to the door, and leave. I return to bed and fall asleep, as if none of it happened. I spent the entire next day crying while watching that tape, because I finally understood. This wasn't some stranger controlling me from outside. That figure's hands, his walk, his body, all of it was mine. But if that figure was me, then who was the one lying in bed, asleep, the whole time? I decided, enough. This time I would find out the truth. That night, I let my body settle into bed, but I kept my mind fully alert. Eyes closed, breathing slow, looking every bit asleep. But inside, I was completely conscious. The clock hit 2:55, then 2:58, then 2:59. My heart was pounding so hard, I was afraid it would give me away. 3 a.m. The static began, that same high-pitched, piercing tone. My body tried to react on its own, like something was pulling an invisible string again. My fingers twitched slightly. My whole frame wanted to surrender to some other force. But I fought it. I didn't move. And then something happened that I never expected. The front door, the one I had personally locked from the inside, clicked open from the outside, as if someone else had a key. I lay there in fake sleep, holding my breath, my heart in my throat. Footsteps, slow, familiar footsteps. The masked figure entered the room. He walked to my bed, stopped, stood there in silence for a moment. Then his voice came, my own voice, but strangely cold, as if speaking from somewhere far away. "You're awake, aren't you?" I thought my breathing would stop entirely. I didn't move. I turned to stone. The figure grew agitated. "This isn't right," he said. "You're supposed to be asleep. He needs to come out right now." I slowly opened one eye, and he began to pull off his mask. The mask lifted, and underneath it was my own face. The same eyes, the same beard, the same scar near my lip from a childhood accident. But there was something in his eyes that wasn't mine. An emptiness, an exhaustion that felt centuries old. "You don't understand," he said, in my own voice, speaking to me. "I'm not your enemy. I'm a part of you. The part that was created when your mother died, when you exhausted yourself so completely, went so many nights without real sleep, that your mind split itself in two. During the day, you, smiling for the camera, sleeping for money. And at night, me, the part that still cries, that still misses her, that's only allowed out at 3 a.m. when your conscious mind is at its weakest." Tears were running down my face. So all of this, the stream, the chat messages, the static, "I built it myself," he said, lowering his head. "I found this as the only way to reach you, writing in the chat, setting the frequencies. So you'd fall asleep, and I could be free, just for a little while. But now you're awake," his voice cracked. "Now I have to go back inside, forever." I reached my hand toward him. "Wait!" But he was gone, as if he had never existed. The door locked itself again from the inside, exactly the way I would have done it myself. I sat in my room the rest of that night, completely alone, wondering who exactly was sleeping inside me. After that night, I stopped streaming. People ask why. I tell them I burned out. The truth is, I'm afraid to sleep now. Because if I let myself go completely under, he might come out again. And this time, he might not go back. Sometimes, at exactly 3 a.m., my eyes just open on their own. No alarm, no sound. And I lie there wondering, am I the Leo who's thinking this right now? Or am I the other one, still convinced he's the one who's out? If you ever wake up suddenly at 3 a.m. for no reason at all, check your hands, check your feet for dirt that shouldn't be there. Because maybe you're not sleeping alone.